Hello, it's Darren here in Crampton, Northumberland. I'm in the shed. It's just doing another video while I'm at the allotment. The cooking video using basically a lot of leftovers from Christmas. Last week, or the week before, we had this Wiltshire cured ham gratin, which is from Aldi. And absolutely gorgeous it was. And I thought myself go and buy another one, but then I thought no, I can make it myself. The leeks, obviously I'll have to opt out of that one because of the allotment and I've got to get them. So like I said, I'm just using what's in my fridge. 4 standard onions. I haven't put any oil in, I'm not frying them. Just basically boiling away, just soften them up. Bacon, just strips of it. Doesn't have to be even. Basically it's got fat on. You can take the fat off if you don't want it, but I think it's better with the fat on because it gives that bit more flavour. I'm adding no salt at all because it's salty as it is, and I'm just adding some standard ground pepper. I'm just adding pepper so it's got just a little bit of, I'm sure that when I ate it you could taste the pepper in it. Like I said, it's not on a high heat, it's just slowly just cooking away there. I don't want to burn it, I don't want to caramelise it, the same as the onions. And obviously, as it says, roast potatoes with a crumble on the top, so there's potatoes on top of the gratin, obviously a crumb. So I've been saving some of the bread from Christmas, and there's some crackers here, rosemary crackers, and I thought it'd be quite nice to blend that with the bread, which is dried out. I dried it in I had something in the oven last night, just quickly showed it to dry it out and just put that on top. So we'll get that sorted, and obviously I need a roux sauce with a bit of cheese in it, so we'll do that as well. So back in a sec. Frying pans are being emptied. I normally have a different pan to do this, but it's been used for something else. So basically a nice dollop of butter. I'm just using this butter. Doesn't really matter, you're just making a roux sauce, perfect for cakes, so it's perfect for everything else anyway. Nice dollop in there. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's clean or not, you know what I mean? You're going to put everything in anyway, into the finished product. It ain't going to be like Jamie Oliver or Gordon Ramsay, where every time you see him cook, every pan they use is perfectly clean. That's not reality, is it really? So anyway, like I said, you put that in there, like that. The butter is melted. You basically just add the flour. Probably put too much in, but I'll just add some more butter, just so you make a bit of a paste. You see it all's come together there. I'll add some more butter. I probably added too much flour there. You see, like when it comes to a paste like that, and if it's like I say, you've added just a bit too much flour, just add some more butter. Not a problem. End up with a paste like this. Add a bit more butter, so like I says, probably put about half of that flour in, and then you just start adding the milk. You gradually add the milk, and obviously the paste that you've made, as you can see, it's going thick already. It's like a thicker agent, a bit like corn flour, and obviously it'll get thicker, so you add more milk until you feel you've got the right consistency for making like a cheesy sauce. So just do that, add the milk until you've got a lovely consistency. The milk, you'll know when it's ready. You want it between a double cream and a thick cream. As you can see, it's coming off the spoon just like that sort of thickness. It's still a little bit lumpy, but you can put it through a sieve. The whole point of adding the milk slowly is so you don't get as many lumps, but if you've got a little whizzer it up and just get rid of them lumps. Use your Christmas cheese or whatever you got. I've got some nice cheddar, some Wiltshire cheese, just add that. Add some more pepper, ground pepper into it, until you've got a lovely cheese sauce. Cheese is added. You know, put as much cheese as you want to put in, depending how cheesy you want it, and I like it really cheesy. And obviously if you've got one of these whips, use one of these. So I'm making a lovely, as you can see, a lovely gorgeous cheese sauce. And it says add whatever cheese you want in. Christmas cheese, cranberry cheese, whatever cheese you like. Make it as Christmassy as you want. That's the whole point of doing this, to make use leftovers. So to make the topping for the gratin, see as I've got some bread. It isn't stale, it's just old bread. I just dried it off in the oven and I'd done something last night. I'm just using a NutriBullet. You could use food processor, whatever you got, to make that, or you can just buy some if you want. You've got some in the cupboards and all that. That's what I'm saying about using stuff from the cupboards. I'll whiz that up. I've got a fair amount there. Like I says, I've just got some crackers, rosemary crackers from Aldi. They're left over. They'll just end up just lying around. Just crunching them up in there, just to use them up. Got a nice texture on top of the wrapping. It's got a nice rosemary, salty taste to it. That'd be lovely. So we'll put it together. So you've got everything prepped. I've done 4 large potatoes, peeled and sliced, and I would say a thickish, sort of like about that thickness, in water so they don't go off. You've got your bacon, the onions, your crumb mix, your cheese mix and your cheese. So obviously when I had the gratin that I had from Aldi, it was basically the ham at the bottom with leeks, and it was the cheese on top, cheesy sauce, and then it was the potatoes on top. But I don't want that. I want to do like layers, like a lasagna sort of thing. So when you're cutting through, it's like that lush potato and everything's just getting the flavour soaked up. So anyway, like I says, I've just put some onions and bacon on the bottom. I just want to get some of the sauce, which is nice and thick, and just start. You can, if you want to put a bit more luxury into it, you can add some cream to it if you want. But I didn't really have any cream because I'd used that up. It says it's just basically just laying them up, exactly like that. Not hard, and obviously as it's cooking, everything will just blend in each other. If you want to make the sauce obviously thinner, because mine is quite thick, which I like it like that, you can obviously add some more milk. It's up to you. So we'll come back once that is layered and finished. I should say, obviously when you're putting the layers, you can just put that and just spread it across like that, just with a fork. You could put that first on the bottom, then put the onions and bacon. That's up to you. So we'll come back when it's finished. So that's it all layered. As I said, you know what I mean, you could just put the stuff in, the bacon, the ham, whatever you got left, the onions, and put the sauce in and put the potatoes on top. But I just want to give it a different texture. Also with the crumb, it's been put on top. There's some on the top, then cheese and some more put on top like that. Or you could, I was thinking that you could probably, when you're doing the layering with the potatoes and the onions and your ham or bacon, whatever you got, you could put some of this crumb mix just to give it a different texture. So it might soak in some of the sauce, and you might get little lumps of this rosemary flavoured sort of crumb. Like I said, you don't have to make it rosemary. It's what I had. That's what I'm saying. It's a Christmas leftover sort of gratin. Normally have the potatoes on the top, and the crumb goes on the top, but I don't want that. I just basically did the potatoes, put a little bit of more of that sauce on top, not much. Crumbs, the cheese and the crumbs. So we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Right, that's it. It's been in for an hour and 20 minutes at 180. It was starting to colour a little bit, so I put some tin foil on, so I made a bit of a rookie mistake. I should have put some greaseproof paper on top of there. and then obviously the tin foil on top because it wouldn't stick then, because I didn't, well, I should have realised that the sauce would come bubbling through and then stick to the silver, so some of the crumbs come off there and stick to that, but you know, that's just one of them things, isn't it? So I'll let that cool down, portion it up, put it in the freezer for work or for whoever wants it in the house. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching the video. I will put the description in the comments, if I remember, all the ingredients you need. So hopefully it's inspired you to have a go. Use some of your Christmas stuff that's lying around. Even add some things that you want to add. You know, you might want to add some chestnuts or just some Christmassy into it. You know, it's up to you. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. See you later. It's Darren and Crampton, Northumberland. I'm in the shed. Bye.